Hello, everyone.
They're excited to see you. I'm glad we waited. We got even more people
I'm
now.
I'm ready. Look.
Ooh, you got the candle going. You are set.
The candles and everything.
Is that a real candle? Oh, there we go. Now I see the flame.
Look what can I do with fire, because I'm fire.
Is that your sign? What's your zodiac sign, Jasmine?
I'm a Leo girl. How you don't know that? Isn't it obvious that I'm Leo?
I'm sensing that now, but I had to ask. Some people give you that, that Gemini double-sided. You can't put your finger on it. Well, there we go. Well, so I wanted to pull some cards for Jasmine. I said, let's go on here. We're not going to go too particular because we have a bunch of people on here, but I told Jasmine to pull a 3-card spread. Nervous? I won't out you. We'll keep this basic.
What if it says something bad?
Ooh, well, I'm not going to say things bad. It's going to be the cards, girl.
Right? Okay, I'm going to keep myself positive.
We have good news here, though. They're all major arcana cards. So I pulled 3 cards here. They're all major arcana. You got the major arcana, which are very largely symbolic, and you got the minor arcana, which really frame and give more context to the bigger meaning. So the first card I pulled for you was the High Priestess. Now,
wow.
My intuition says this is you. It can also represent energies. So I think that works both ways. You, your feminine energy. I see you in this card. And then I pulled you another one here. It's the Tower. Now, a lot of people read the Tower and they look at it and they go, well, the Tower is an obstacle, something that's going to be in the way.
Why there is people falling off the tower and it is like exploding on the top?
I know. It's very dramatic imagery. I don't see you in here, though. I don't see the High Priestess in the Tower. So I think you're safe from that.
But what does it mean then? I'm concerned.
A lot of people see it as an obstacle, like something in your path that you're going to encounter, hardship, something you have to overcome. So you might say that's bad. It's something you can always work through, though. It's not necessarily detrimental. The way I see this is also your home. Not your literal home, but the place you consider home. So consider for yourself where that might be. What is home to you?
So it's going to be on fire? No.
Don't take the fire literally. You do have a candle there, so watch out, Jasmine.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And the third card I got for you here, it's the Judgment card. Now this has some biblical imagery. You got the angel and the trumpet. And she's blowing that trumpet, and it's waking the dead from their graves. So this is an impactful card. It means an arousal, like a big occurrence. Something dramatic. It's going to be so loud you can't ignore it. It's going to wake you up. So, if you look at these in sequence here, we got 3 cards, right? We got you, the Empress. We got the obstacle, or as I would say, something taking place in your home, a literal location or that which you consider home, and this dramatic occurrence. Now, I don't know what you have going on in your personal life. We haven't talked for a while, but I see something in the future that you can't ignore, something taking place that you have to account for. It's going to require some decisions, judgment, as they say, something loud. I don't want to get too particular. What?
It's very interesting because the second card, I just went through a very difficult time in my life. Mm-hmm. I have a very deep episode of depression and anxiety. We have never talked about it, but I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. But I have tried, to overcome it, and you cannot stop the wave, but you can learn how to surf, and trying, to thrive and all that. But just recently, I went through an episode of my life that was very traumatic for me. Mm-hmm. It was very sad. I lost my job, yes, I had so many. But now I'm scared last card because who's gonna be judging me? I don't want to be judged. I've been a good girl, I promise.
It's not going to be like a judgment thing, like you're in trouble. Nothing like that necessarily, but it's going to be something, loud, like a trumpet, something you can't ignore. Something's going to occur. It could be good or bad. All these cards, it's really what you make of them. Every event in life is what you make of it. It's like, how do you see it? You're a positive person, though. Like I saw your video earlier. You're talking about manifesting good things, you know, the positive impact. So I want to believe whatever this is that occurs that is so dramatic that you can make the most of it, whether it's for good or bad. You will find a silver lining and be better for it.
Yes, I do believe that. Like, I'm still figuring many things out in my life. So, as everyone, you know, like, I'm trying to reinvent myself. Can you see me? Can you see
I can see you. Yeah, you look great. I see this, like, pink headband. Reminds me of Bob's Burgers a little bit.
It's because this hair is so... I'm losing my hair. Oh, my gosh, it's tragedy after tragedy.
That's why I'm wearing a hood, Jasmine. I'm with you there.
It's like, I want to keep it just like a goodbye. You are so positive, and I really love that from you. But as you said, it's like long time since the last time, like we have chat and all that. Mm-hmm. But I'm losing my freaking hair, and I have these patches in here, like literally with no hair. And I was like, yes, and I was going to bed, and I was like, I don't want to wear a wig or anything, so I'm going to put on this that I use for my facial, so I'm wearing this.
Well, Jasmine, you look great. You have more hair than me. You know, I got this little patch myself. You have more hair than I can speak for.
Yeah, so I'm trying just to cover the patches, you know, and where I don't have hair with this. And
that's a pro move. You don't need to worry, though. I think we all love your hair.
Yes, and I'm so passionate.
People just said, don't start wearing hats, Jasmine.
Well, I'm actually like, I have noticed that my collections of hats is increasingly, you know, dramatically increasing. I have like, every time I go out, it's like, oh, this hat. And you're right, people. I don't want to get hat attached.
If you do hats, you'll have hat hair. That'll make it even worse. You gotta rock what you have.
Yes, and I even saw the other day, and I was like, you are not buying that, Jasmine. And I'm not trying to be judgmental if there is someone in the chat who wears that. There was like a hat, you know, but for a woman, you know, and it has like hair attached to it. So literally you just have to wear like the cap, and it has like a wig inserted. And
that's
all
a
that.
pro move.
Yes, it was like kind of cool. But I just want to say thank you, Caleb, because I really admire. I do believe like you have like a talent, you know. And I have always been so passionate about, I don't know, this like cards reading and astrology and all that, because I do believe that there is always something written in the stars, right? And I don't know, it's like the universe, when you read in the cards, it's like the universe is talking to you, you know. But the good thing is like future is uncertain, so it's like it's not like, oh, for sure it's gonna happen, but
it gives you a lot of signs on where things are currently, but you can navigate those, and a lot of it is your interpretation, because you're the one living your life. Like, I can tell you what I think something means, but you're the one living it. And like, we could dive in, but you know, we're public right now, so we'll keep everything vague. But yeah, you master that fate no matter what it is that you're seeing in the cards or in the stars.
Exactly. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Is like, even though future is uncertain, right? The only thing that we have for certain is the now, you know, because don't even, time doesn't exist. You know, that's like the now. The present is the only thing that actually exists. And it's in the present, like, what we can work on, like, if we really want the future, you know, to change or to remain the same. It's based on like on our actions and all that, because we are energy. And I try to be as positive as I possibly can all the time, you know. It's hard sometimes, like in my mind I'm super like positive, but it's hard to practice what we preach sometimes.
It can be a challenge, but you're an action person. You've been doing all this fitness content recently, which I feel like is something we can relate on. You're a big fitness person. I love to exercise. So what have you been doing recently? I've seen a few videos pop up.
Yes. So after I had that depression episode that I told you, you know, and I call it episode because I suffer depression, but I don't want to identify myself like a depressed person because I'm super happy, I'm super cheerful, and this is something that people have to understand. It's not like it can be someone that is always smiling, is like in a good mood, but when it hits you, it's like when you realize like, yes, there is something wrong with me, and that's why I've been diagnosed with depression. It's because when you get low, you get like underworld, like super low. And after this episode that I had, which I was like super super sad, more than sad, like melancholic, I stopped going to the gym, and that's how I know how sad, depressed I am. It's like because the gym to me is like my therapy, and I was so sad, and I was not even going to the gym. It was like for a week. I was not even going out of bed, not eating, nothing. And after that, I have just tried to introduce myself slowly to the gym. I do a lot of like running because one of my goals is to, at the end of the year, I don't know, this is just a dream. It might happen, it might not. I want to participate in a marathon, but it's kind of difficult because it's tons of kilometers. So
it's a lot of running.
I'm trying to run almost every day, like 10 kilometers, which is a lot. And after that, I do weight training, and I divide it into like shoulders today, then the next day is quadriceps, then the back, and I train myself at this moment, and that's pretty much what I'm doing. But what you have seen on my Instagram, it's like because like a lot of people were asking, like especially like people that cannot go to a gym and have very or almost no equipment at home, and they want to just know like to have someone like they are working with. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna film this kind of live videos when I'm working out, so you feel like you're working out with me, and you can pause the video, and then if you need to take a breath, you feel like dying, you stop the video, and then you continue. And I promised people that I was gonna be trying to upload these videos, like this kind of videos, like every Friday. And I'm so happy because I'm currently supporting myself, with this kind of things and stuff, and it keeps my mind busy.
It does. You got to get out of that. I mean, there's natural ups and downs. People get depressed, they have anxiety. I mean, that's being human. You have those ebbs and flows of emotions. And sometimes people feel bad that they're feeling down, but that's how it works. Like, just like you'll be happy for a time, you'll feel sad for a time. And sometimes you'll be happy for a long time, and just the same, you'll have these bouts of depression. And you just got to remember you can get out of it eventually. And sometimes it's those baby steps that really pull you out of it later on. And the gym's a great way to do that. Get the blood flowing.
Yes. And it has been it has nothing to do with what you've seen on TV or anything like. Oh, it's because of that. You're depressed and anxious. No, guys. It has been a struggle ever since I can remember, okay? In my life. It is not now. It has been like since I can remember. I have a very traumatic episode when I was small. And since that, like, it was like a trauma, and then like a snowball that it started growing and growing. But it has been a struggle my whole life. But I just hope that one day, I don't know, my journey will get to inspire or motivate people, or know that there is hope and there is nothing to be ashamed of, because
it's a normal thing. I think everyone goes through that. No, I'm glad you can be open and talk about it, and that you're not ashamed. I admire that you can be that authentic.
Yes, I'm an advocate. And I'm advocate of mental health, because I know if you don't take care of it, like it can destroy you. It's like having it's like the cancer of the happiness. You understand? It's like the cancer of the happiness. And we came to this world, to be happy. To be happy, not to be perfect, because perfection is not achievable. And I've been trying, to apply all these things that I'm learning, because it's a journey, and healing is not linear along my life. And I really appreciate, Caleb, you taking the time to speak with me and the people that are here listening to my craziness. And
yeah, we got some comments. They're very supportive. I see some here. Are you in Chandler? I live in Tempe now. People are supporting you, Jasmine, saying they get it. Let's see here. There's so many. It keeps scrolling on me. But I see a lot of support.
ESL classes, well, maybe. My English is not perfect.
Oh, they love your English. I'm seeing compliments about where your English is at.
Two languages. It's not easy, people. If you cannot speak two languages, trust me, you don't know how difficult it is. It's very hard because, it's not the same to speak in your mother tongue that is try to communicate and convey a message and try to make yourself understandable when it is not your language, okay? So I try to.
Oh, I get that. I completely get where you're coming from, but you're doing well here. So the gym, what are you doing in the gym nowadays? I've been trying to get back into it. I started working in sales recently, and it takes so much of my time. I love it, but I don't have the free time I used to have when I bartended. So I took like several weeks off.
So you're not going to the gym, Caleb?
Oh, I'm going now. I'm just saying I had this period of like 3-4 weeks where I did not have the time I used to. So I'm ramping back into it. And
so, but what about working out? Sometimes I have those struggles because, that I have 2 kids. It's kind of hard sometimes. They get sick when they start in school and all that. It's like, I don't have the time. So what I do is like, I bought some weights, some weights, and I have them at home. And for example, okay, if I want to work out legs, I prefer to do that at the gym because they have the machines and all that. So if I cannot go to the gym, at least at home, I try to work out biceps, triceps, because with the weights, it's easier. My shoulders, my back, something that is simpler. But I try to work out every day, like for at least 30 minutes, like a simple workout routine. That's what I do. Because if not, my body, starts like, I don't know, accumulating laziness, and then I don't want to go to the gym at all.
It really is a habit. You got to keep that going at least a little bit, and that momentum makes it so much easier. Because if you find an excuse to stop, you got to find an equally big excuse to get back. So carrying that forward goes a long way.
It's ugly because you can have had like a lifetime going to the gym, okay? And you're so used to it. And you stop going to the gym like for 3 days, and then it's like you have never stepped into a gym. You are like, what is this? My body and all that. It's like your body is so ungrateful. It forgets about the gym like in a week. It's like, I don't know what you do,
Yeah, 100%. I get that, Jasmine. Like me getting back into it, like I'm going more consistently, but I just see the time I had off. Like what I could press before was a lot larger than now. So I'm doing those steps to get back to where I was. But let's see here. People are saying, we got Mikey in the chat here. More people loving your English. You are stunning. I don't know if that's for you or me, but it's probably for you.
Thank you.
Let's see here. There's so much.
What is a fresque? What is
a
do you know what a fresque? Oh, I think that they wanted to say a freak. And you're criticizing my English, did you say?
Man. Oh, I see it now. I got the delay on my end.
No, the person corrected.
Can I get a birthday shout out? Yeah, Tam, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Feliz cumpleaños in Spanish. Yes,
well, this is great. I'm glad we hopped on for a minute at least.
Oh, they found us stunning. Caleb.
Stunning. Us, not Elijah, but us. I think
yes, Caleb and Jasmine is Caleb is handsome.
I'll take that. I'm not even dressed up nice, but thank you.
I'm wearing my pajamas, people, and you don't want to see that shit. You don't want to see it.
It's late at night. It's 10 p.m. here. What time is it where you're at?
10 p.m. where you are?
Yeah, I'm 10:30 now. It's Mountain Standard Time out here in Arizona.
Oh my gosh. Here it's 12:30, okay? 12.
You are up late.
That's the thing, Caleb. I cannot sleep. That's why I get so desperate at night because I cannot sleep. I'm watching what is the name of that kind of videos? ASMR.
ASMR. That'll quiet you down. I like self-hypnosis videos where the guy talks to you. He's like, you're getting relaxed. Your feet are
I
getting
do that.
numb.
Like you're
Go up
sleeping,
to your knees.
You're sleeping and
Go to your waist. Yeah, that, I feel like a rock when I'm done. My body's all tingly and it's so easy to pass out. So if I'm ever restless, I do that.
And then I don't want to wake up early. And then it's like a cycle, a toxic cycle that I have. I really need to like get on track again when I used to go at night to bed and then wake up early in the morning. And, you know, because my day is like I wake up late and then everything is like, you know, in a rush. And when I have to wake up early, I'm a zombie. When I have to wake up early, it's like I'm a zombie. And my kids,
you need that coffee, like a double shot of espresso when you wake up early, I bet.
Yes, and I'm drinking too much coffee. And then at night, I'm like this people. I can't stay here talking with you like 4 hours.
I feel you, Jasmine. I feel you. I have those days where I'm like, I need more pep at work. And then I have too much coffee and it's like cracked Caleb. It's like I need that balance in there.
Oh, they're saying, Caleb, that your voice is sexy, which I believe it is like good for radio. Have you ever tried that? It's so good. Like, what is this thing that you only talk? Podcast.
I hear that now and then. I feel like I should do a podcast. Or if there's any radio people out there, hit me up. Let's do a radio show.
Yes, you have like radio.
I'll be your wake up show, Jasmine. I'll be like, hey, welcome to whatever KSMR Panama. I'm Caleb. It's now 7 a.m. Get out of bed, Jasmine.
I know. One of the things that I dislike from me the most, and people have pointed it out so many times, thank you, I know that, it's my voice. It's my voice. And when I was, like, you know, studying literature and all that, they were like, if you ever become a literature teacher, you're going to be so annoying just because of your voice. And I was like, because my voice is so freaking nasal. It's like this. And I hate my voice. There are very few things that I hate in life because I'm all love. And one of them is my voice. It's so...
You have a good voice. What are you talking about? You have a good voice. Like, you sometimes get dramatic and it like goes up an octave, but like everyone loves your voice. Your voice is iconic.
When do I get dramatic, Caleb? What are you trying to tell me?
I don't know. Someone told me something. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, word of mouth. I want to know, though, what's your favorite book? You're a literature teacher, so what is your favorite book?
Don't ask me that question. That is, Caleb, believe it or not, the most difficult question.
Okay, I'll give you an out here. Top 3 favorite books, and you can change them later if you figure out a difference.
Every time someone asks me that question, I get blank, and I'm like, "But you're a literature teacher," and I'm like, "That's the thing." For people who has only read in their life like 1 or 3 books, they're like, this and the Bible. They always say that.
Yeah, you're put on the spot. You're like, I have to pick the 3 best books, and I can actually educate it.
You have any idea how many freaking... I can't remember. And when you say someone, it's like so hard. I was actually reading, you know, before you interrupted me. Now you're
interrupted you. You wanted a reading.
Yes, thank you. I'm just being dramatic. I was reading this book, but
it's backwards.
In Spanish. I'm almost done. It says, I'm going to say it in Spanish, ahora te toca ser feliz. It's like, now it is your turn to be happy. Like, it is your
turn.
Now
it's your turn to be happy. Okay, that sounds positive.
Yes, now it is your turn to be happy. It's Curro Cañete, by the way. He's a Spanish from Spain, you know, Spaniard person. And he struggled a lot in life because he's like in her 40s, late 40s or 50s. And well, he was gay. It was very difficult for him to get out of the closet, you know, with all the stigma that people have and all that. And he uses like his story, you know, to like give you techniques and, you know, it's like motivational book. Yeah. I love it. I'm enjoying it so much. And I'm actually almost done. And after this one, I'm about to receive a book from Amazon. I have to go to the mail and pick it up. That is about YouTube. No, I
book about YouTube. Oh, you're going to become big on YouTube. That's your next thing.
I moved to YouTube because I'm so into YouTube right now. I'm not planning to be a YouTuber or anything, but you never know. But now I have a channel and I feel super important and like a super YouTuber because listen, I have 1,000 subscribers. Yes, Caleb, believe it or not.
1,000. You are getting up there. Look at you, Jasmine.
And it has taken me like 3 years to get 1,000 subscribers. But I'm so proud of my achievement, okay?
I love it. Yeah, people are saying add Mike. If he requested, I would toss him in here for a minute. We could all chat.
Yes, Mike.
So, tell me this. You studied literature. What type of literature? Was it American literature? Is it...
It was all kind of literature.
All types.
Yes, I have America, but it's like I didn't specialize on anything. You know, like, oh, I'm super, like, because there are people that, God, you know, like American literature. They study pure American literature. Other people focus on pure British literature and stuff. I studied like general literature, you know, in general. But I studied both of them, like American and British literature. And I remember like the most difficult part was British literature because I have to study Shakespeare, you know, and all that, like in all English, and to understand it. And because it was not my mother tongue, it was like very hard for me.
That would be hard. I mean, Shakespeare can be a challenge for me to read.
Hamlet and all that, you know, in kind of this old English, and it was super difficult for me. I struggled a lot, but I'm very proud of it. That's what I wanted. And I accomplished.
Okay, I got to warn you here. I am at 2% battery. I'm at 2% battery, and my charger, I don't know if it's going to reach over here. Let's see. Cross your fingers for me.
Jasmine, are you still teaching? Not at this moment. I'm looking for the job. So if you hear about something, you need I don't know, a teacher. I don't teach English because I'm not an English teacher. I'm supposed to teach literature, for the most part in Spanish, you know, but in English as well. The last 4 years, I was teaching American literature. It had to be done in English, and they didn't have a problem with that because I had the knowledge and the language, which was not perfect, but well. Hi.
I'm drinking water, guys. This is just regular
Jasmine,
water, nothing special.
Did ever remove his head? Very few times.
Well, Jasmine, my phone is going to die. I can't keep this charge going for too long. And Caleb, you look high. I'm not. My eyes just look red on camera. I swear.
Yes,
that's how I look.
My eyes are red, but we were not doing anything bad. Be healthy.
Nothing. Sober as a duck, as they say.
So,
well,
Caleb's battery is gonna die and the life is gonna be over. And you couldn't read that on the cards that your phone
I was reading your cards. Maybe that's the big loud thing that's happening. This ending.
You should have said like so in your cards like your phone was. This is the big problem that I was going to encounter.
These were drawn way before phones were invented, Jasmine. We need some modern tarot for that. Then we'll know. The cell phone card comes
joking.
out.
My jokes are so bad. I'm the only one who understands my
You'll get some laughs in here. It's just delayed. Well, Jasmine, it's been great talking to you. Keep up. Keep on keeping on. I'll be watching the workout videos, so all the best. Glad we could chat.
I love you. Bye, everyone. Bye, Caleb.
I'll see everyone. Oh, please don't go. We have to go. My phone's going to die if I don't.
We don't have battery. It's Caleb's
Kimberly
fault.
just hopped in. Hey, Kimberly. Good to see you. All right, guys.